Macho Mandalorian is here! Oh, yeah!
Hey guys, Django Fed here, hunting down games, comics, TV shows, movies, and more. And it's been a while, guys. I haven't done a game review for any Star Wars game in a while, but it only makes sense to do Jedi Starfighter, which is the sequel to the mediocre Starfighter game. Check out my review of that game, by the way. It's set 10 years after the first game and set before and during the events of Episode 2. This game came out in 2002 for Xbox and PlayStation 2 console systems and released 1 year after the success of Starfighter. I'm reviewing this on the original Xbox, by the way. Now, this review will break down the story, characters, graphics, controls, sound, and gameplay. Now let me do my best opening crawl commentary. It is a dark time for the galaxy. Under the leadership of Count Dooku, a growing army of worlds threatens to leave the Galactic Republic. As Dooku gains loyal followers, the Jedi Knights struggle to maintain peace and order. The Jedi Council has ordered Adi Gala to test a new prototype starfighter in the hopes that it will provide the Jedi with greater firepower. Meanwhile, Count Dooku has made a deal with Captain Kavik Toth and the Trade Federation that would secure victory in the war to come. So the story pretty much is that Adi Gala, the Tentacle Head Jedi Master, who is tasked by Mace Windu? Wait, that doesn't sound nothing like Mace Windu at all. But come on, you couldn't find a better voice actor? Don't get me wrong, I like this voice actor. He was great encoder and voice acted many video games, but really him? Anyway, Adi Gala is tasked with recruiting Nim from the first Starfighter game to find out what Dooku and the Trade Federation are planning. You progress through the story not right after Starfighter, but years after, so you don't need to play Starfighter 1 to get the story of this game, which is great because, let's be honest, the story for Starfighter 1 was pretty shit. Now, in this game, you control Adi Gala, a Jedi Master who pilots the Delta 7 class Light Interceptor, which is a starfighter that Obi-Wan pilots in Episode 2. You get the theme of these games now? And Nim, the space pirate you know and love, pilots the Havoc bomber from the first game. So instead of controlling and switching between 3 starfighters, you switch between 2, which is so much better because the debut starfighter was pretty shit. Now the character of Adi Gala is pretty cool. I didn't mind her at all. She wasn't the star of the show, if you know what I mean, but she was solid and had a good chemistry with Nim and his crew. Now Nim is back and better than ever. This guy was the best part of Starfighter 1, and seeing him again return in the game was so satisfying and a great thing to see. The badass mercenary pirate kicked even more major ass in this game. Plus the voice actor, I swear, I got a man crush on this guy now.
Think before you challenge me like that.
Defeat me if you can.
I'm gonna hand you your head.
And you not only have Nib, but his crew too, like Reddy joined the mix, who is a comedic Toydarian, and seeing the chemistry and bond with Adi, Nim, and his crew really worked way more in this game than in the first one. Graphics. Much better this time around. There are more ground infantry you have to take down this time, and you really focus down on them, and they look pretty bad, but the starfighters and ships and the landscapes look pretty alright for the game that came out in 2002. And the cutscenes are much better, but still look bad. Graphics are much improved this time around, but not a huge change. Controls. I played this on the Xbox 360, and this game was originally on the Xbox and PS2, and one of the last of the older Star Wars games playable on the 360. So using a 360 control for this space simulator is fantastic, and the controls this time around are freaking great. Everything flows so much better in this game, and controls are not a hassle like it was in the first game. Sound. The blaster fire to the ships flying sounds great, plus the John Williams score from the prequels helps raise the bar for this game. Plus the voice acting is just great, especially with Nim. Though the Jedi sound pretty mediocre, Adi Gala is the best of the bunch though. Finally, the gameplay. This is a space simulator, and you play as Adi Gala and Nim's spacecrafts. Now with Adi's ship, it's a very nimble and sneaky ship, and you get your standard lasers, but you also have force powers for a freaking ship. What the fuck? So that's pretty cool. Never seen that happen ever in a Star Wars game, ever. You get 4 force powers, which include Force Lightning, which is a dark side power, but who cares? That does major damage to enemies. Force Shield that gives you additional armor for a little bit of time, and Force Shockwave which sets off a shockwave to nearby enemies and does a good amount of damage. Now Nim's Havoc ship is a bomber that is equipped with heavy weapons as well as taking a ton of damage. The Havoc has primary lasers as well as an automatic turret that locks on and shoots at enemies, and secondary weapons which includes energy bomb bloods which hit at a downward angle and do huge amounts of damage. Cruise missiles lock onto enemies and instantly destroy them. Almost. Cluster missiles are unguided concussion missiles, really effective against the larger dreadnought ships. And proximity mines, which are left on a specific area when enemies run into them. Instant decimation. I personally like using Nim's ship way more because the weaponry at his disposal, plus controlling the wisecracking hard ass, is always the best. And I forgot to mention this in my last review, but it also applies here too, and that is issuing commands. You can have them attack your target, defend you, and give a status which makes it feel like a real space dogfight. Really immersive space dogfight. Plus you switch between first person and third person, but I went through the whole game third person because I like seeing my craft. Now this game plays like the original in which you progress mission by mission, and if you complete a set amount of optional objectives, as well as the primary objectives of course, then you can unlock new starcrafts and new levels. I didn't bother unlocking everything because I didn't have the time to go through every mission, but it's cool nonetheless to see that. And there is multiplayer for this game, but you have to unlock it by getting every single player mission with a gold medal. What in the fuck? That is utter bullshit. Multiplayer should never be unlocked. It needs to come with the game, not unlocked through doing all of the hard levels. Makes no sense whatsoever. That is some real bullshit to hide an entire mode like that. Shame on you, LucasArts. There are 50 missions total, and I completed them all with no problem, including the last level. There are also bonus missions as well, which are pretty awesome once you get a certain amount of gold medals, or silver, whatever it is. Though there was one mission in the middle of the game which is really unfair, and I had to protect the settlement from getting bombarded, and had to switch the difficulty from normal to easy, and then I beat the mission with no problem. That was the only mission that gave me problems, but I actually beat the game. Who would have thought? Now my final rating for Star Wars Jedi Starfighter is This game is a huge improvement over the first one. Better story, graphics, characters, gameplay, you name it, it does it so much better. Though this isn't the pinnacle of Star Wars gaming by any means, it's still a really fun game that I highly recommend you play. If you have an Xbox 360 or PS3, definitely grab this game and play it. It's definitely replayable with unlocking more bonus missions and ships. So the next game I will review is Star Wars The Clone Wars. Not having a lot of fun playing that game so far, but we'll be trying that game out and giving you guys a review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to please like and comment down below. Tell me what you think of Jedi Starfighter in the comment section down below if you've played it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Jango Fett, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.